And we gear back up for men's basketball here inside Alumni Gymnasium in Potsdam, New York on what's going to be a snowy afternoon, but a heater in this one on the men's basketball side. It's Ithaca, it's Clarkson, it's the 3 seed and the 6 seed coming up here on Bomber Sports. Alongside Randy the Crow, Cam Manning with you, Devin Jarvis courtside. We'll hear from him shortly. So glad you can join us. And the biggest thing you could say about this game is from here on out, 3 games left to go for both sides. It is truly playoff basketball.
I mean, it's the most important stretch of games, right? In this Ithaca team, making that push to the playoffs. They want to get back into the Liberty League, a young team that's hungry. And right now, it's time to close the door. Does this team have the experience to do so? No, they don't. So they're going to have to really get in their mental headspace and lock in the month of February. A
slow start last night for the Bombers on the road in Canton against St. Lawrence, a 68-61 loss. Ray, impressions from that game? The Bombers, a lot of three-point shooting. The volume was there. Shots were not falling, and St. Lawrence just seemed like the aggressor and the better basketball team from the jump.
Well, I think we've seen in these last couple games for Ithaca that the three-point shooting, man, they want to rely on it, but when the shots aren't falling, they're just not falling. You can call it luck, you can call it what you want, but sometimes you just need to find a way to get into the paint in that St. Lawrence zone. Man, they gave Ithaca a really, really hard time trying to find those ways to get into the paint, regardless of what defense you're facing, is going to be the task for Waleed Farid's team down the stretch.
And Clarkson, a 71-70 heartbreaking loss last night at home against Union, but they'll honor 5 different seniors coming up. Both teams know they need a win here, and the importance of this basketball game, well, it's bigger than you can imagine. As we mentioned, playoff basketball, down to the wire here. Each side controls their own destiny, but how much do they have control here? And for the Bombers on the road, Devin Jarvis has more on what this game means and how the Bombers can maybe come out on top.
A fun one here between Ithaca and Clarkson. We've seen the Ithaca Bombers travel all season long and fight as much as they can. They were picked 6th in the preseason poll. They're 3rd right now. And really, if they want to have a chance at hosting potentially 1 or even 2 Liberty League games, they're going to need some help around the Liberty League, but it all starts with them. They need to win these final 3 games, and after the loss at St. Lawrence yesterday, that job gets a little bit tougher. Clarkson, a team who has played close to Ithaca in their last 2 seasons, each matchup with no more than a 7-point margin, although Ithaca has taken all 3. So the 3-point margin we saw earlier this season tells us that these 2 teams, very fast-paced, are going to square off for a tough one, and Ithaca needs this win if they want to potentially host a Friday game in the Liberty League tournament. Cam, Ray, back to you guys.
And Ray, a big thing that these seniors have talked about on the Bombers side, their main goal is to get back to hosting a weekend playoff game inside Ben Light. They did it 2 years ago as the number 1 seed, lost at home against RPI. That's their main goal as seniors. That's how they want to be remembered.
Well, and listen, that Bomber basketball team back in the 22-23 season is vastly different from the team that you're going to see on the floor tonight. But regardless, Logan Wendell has still been the main man. Aiden Holmes, he's been working hard for this team for a couple years. And, you know, their supporting cast has worked hard all year long. They have put themselves in a position to be in a good spot, but yesterday's loss was definitely a setback, so you got to work really hard to close the door down the stretch. How much do you want it? We're going to find out.
And we just saw in the women's game how senior day can play such a big impact to these sides' energy. And Clarkson honoring 5 different seniors. Mateo Seinen, the brother of Skylar Seinen, a Bomber legend, over 1,000-point scorer, comes out as a starter. Matthew Parent, also the senior out of Oakland, Maine. He walks out next to Mateo Seinen. And then Sean Enolama, the senior forward out of Newton, Mass, was teammates with Jose Padilla on the Bombers side. His first start ever in the Clarkson uniform. Jack Dalgetti walks out. And last but not least, Finn Cork, the go-to guy, the leader in rebounds in the conference. Momentum's on the side of Clarkson. We've seen so far, just 20 minutes ago, how the energy shifts when it's your senior day.
Well, and listen, playing on the road in the Liberty League is challenging enough as is. When you add in the extra pressure and the extra hunger because you want to get a win for your seniors, and man, these guys have worked hard for 4 years and we really want to win for them. it just adds all the more. And not only that, but obviously this is the most widely attended game of the season for Clarkson, so the fans are going to be extra emotional tonight. And I would imagine this building, it's not very big, but very echoey. We're going to hear a lot of crowd noise tonight.
It was so funny seeing Mateo Sinen come out with Skylar Sinen. Skylar was wearing his Clarkson sweatshirt. That was an interesting sight.
Yeah, for us as Ithaca students as well, we were like, hey man, what are you doing out there in the Clarkson sweatshirt? But regardless, you got to love the family support. And, you know, when you have brothers and sisters in the Liberty League, playing Liberty League opponents is always like more personal, but it just means more in those situations. And for Skylar Sinen and Mateo Sinen to you know, get to kind of follow in each other's footsteps, it's been pretty cool to watch how they've modeled their games off each other.
49th all-time meeting. Clarkson comes out with their starting 5. They're in the home golds and the mustard uniforms. Green lettering, white accents, and the mustard shorts, and the Bombers in their road blues. White lettering, white numbers, and the white accents. We're underway from Alumni Gymnasium. Bombers first on the tip. Jalen O'Neal from right to left. Has 9 double-digit games in his last 11. Coming off 11 points last night. He's with the ball at the top of the key. Clarkson comes out in a 3-2 zone. Aiden Holmes straight away. Logan Wendell, right wing far side. Left-handed dribble, finds Holmes. Back to Wendell. Deep 3 from the top of the key. In and out, no good. And Cork, the leader in rebounds in the conference, cleans up the boards.
4 gold jerseys in the paint, too. Got to win the rebound battle tonight.
Mateo Sinen over midcourt. Just talked about his brother, a Bomber legend, and Skylar Sinen in attendance in a Clarkson sweatshirt. Finn Cork at the logo, finds Dalgetty on the left wing, the southpaw. Cork on the left elbow, going to work on Lacey. Kick out, it's Parent top of the key. He fires a 3, nothing but net. Crowd on their feet early. Clarkson opens the scoreboard first. We're a minute in. O'Neal goes to Wendell, left side corner. Right here on the near side, we're court side from Potsdam. Lacey in that left corner. Wendell left wing, top of the key, O'Neal. Back to Lacey on the left block. O'Neal left wing extended, drives down the lane, swing pass intercepted. Mateo Sinen going the other way for the 6th seed Golden Knights. Sinen full head of steam to his right side. What a pass down low, but a charging foul. Aiden Holmes drew it. He's done it on back-to-back nights, but slammed his head on the hardwood. Holmes is down at the moment, getting helped up from his teammates. Looks okay, but man, Holmes does that better than anybody in the conference.
Yeah, and you almost get nervous for him a couple times because he just hits the hardwood so hard. But, I mean, a good job putting the body on the line, but to what end?
To what end? I'm not doing that, I'll tell you that. Full head of steam.
I'm definitely not stepping in front of Finn Cork or anyone.
I'll broadcast the game, that's why I'm here. Cabral left elbow, Jalen O'Neal left corner, stepped out of bounds on a big green baseline, very thick baseline on the near side. Bombers their second turnover here early. In the last meeting against Clarkson, the Bombers made 23 turnovers. That's going to be a big difference.
Yeah, and they didn't win the turnover battle last night either. They need to clean it up on offense if they want to take it home tonight.
The Bombers coming off a loss against St. Lawrence, 9 miles down the road. 18:25 left to go first half. 3-0 Golden Knights on their senior day. Parent left wing, he had the 3. Cork in the same spot, fakes the dribble handoff. Cork on Lace at the 2 centers. Here's a right wing 3, and Alama, he can't hit, left side of the rim. The senior making his first start in a Clarkson uniform. Aiden Holmes with it right to left of the Bombers in their road blues. Holmes top of the key, fakes with the right hand, finds Cabral, left corner 3. This one's no good, it's short. O'Neal wanted the rebound, tipped it with his right hand, in the hands of now Sinen and Clarkson. Parent, other way, right wing 3. Parent is long, Laceth corrals the rebound, towering over Enalama, and snatches it away. Holmes the other way for the Bombers. To his right side, pinned off the backboard. Cork with the block. Both sides trading punches. Loud crowd inside Alumni Gymnasium. Sinen, right elbow fade over Cabral. Back iron no good. Lace at the rebound. Both teams cold to start. Clarkson 1 for 4. O'Neal to his right side going motorsport. And he resets to Wendell. Pump fakes the right wing 3. Down low Cabral, right block. He's fouled from Enalama. It stops the play here to begin. 7:22 first half and just a 3-0 Clarkson lead.
And initial impressions here, it just looks like the Bombers are really outmatched in the size department. They've got a lot of tall bodies out on the floor, and trying to reach over the heads of those players is going to be challenging.
Wendell, the senior captain, slaps the basketball into the freshman in Laceth. Wendell, far side right corner, a right pivot foot, back to Laceth, right corner 3. This one is well short, and Alama the rebound. The Bombers to begin from 3, 0 for 3, attempted 34 threes last night, shot 32% against St. Lawrence in the loss. 3 minutes in from Potsdam. Finn Cork, top of the key, this senior, leader in rebounds in the conference. And Alama, guarded heavily from Cabral, goes to his left side, lost the basketball. Lasith picks it up. Cabral with the steal. He's been a steal machine, averaging just under 4 a game in his last 6. O'Neal left corner, working baseline, high pass. Aiden Holmes far side right wing. Now Cabral, right corner 3. He hits. Missed from the left, hits from the right. Bombers tied at 3.
And a lot of the game with three-point shooting is confidence. If the Bombers can get that confidence early tonight, they might start firing a little bit more fluidly.
Cabral just 3 points last night on 1-3, shot 1 for 8. Dalgetty, the lefty senior on the right elbow, hesitates with the right hand, goes to Enalama, back to Dalgetty on the right block. Now sign it, top of the key 3. High arcing, right rim no good. And Holmes with the rebound, Bombers back the other way, right to left. Down low's O'Neal, middle of the paint. Sidearm pass to Wendell, left wing extended. Back to O'Neal, left corner. Now Holmes left wing. Bombers reset and take a second on the offensive side. Wendell, top of the key 3. This one's no good, in and out. Cabral got the rebound though. Reset, Holmes, left wing 3. Left rim, back rim, no good. And Cork another rebound. Towering over down low is the 6'7 senior. Dalgetty for Clarkson with the basketball. 11 points per game, 30% from 3. And Alama right corner. 15:40 first half. We're tied at 3 from Alumni Gymnasium. Cork in the right corner, lost the basketball. Laced at the swarming defense, saying the freshman's here, forces a steal. Wendell the other way to his left side, lays it in. And Laceth and Cork, that's going to be a battle all afternoon.
And that's somewhere where the Bombers can win. It's going to be the speed battle. Logan Wendell turning and burning down the court.
Dalgetty, the lefty with the right arm sleeve, finds Parent, the lefty, who hit that 3 to open things up, the only points. A pass to the left corner, Laceth tips it out of bounds. Stays here with Clarkson. And both sides hit their bench. So Penders and Wissing in for the Bombers, but here comes in Braden Burns, the sophomore. Wasn't in because it's senior day, but Burns, 4th best scorer here in the conference.
I mean, when you have a player like that out on the floor, you just have to be thinking, how can we slow him down?
And the sophomore Steve Dorigas also in the game, as well as Lorenzo Rappa, the freshman point guard. All the starters now fully in as they find Cork down low on the left block, lays it in. Cork picks up his first 2 points here this afternoon. We're tied at 5. 15 minutes left to go first half. A lot of snow pouring down soon in central New York, but as we said, going to be a hot one inside Potsdam Alumni Gymnasium. Penders with the basketball on the left wing, finds the junior in Wissing. Drives to his right side. Wissing with the contact, lays it in, and back from concussion, the guy's been phenomenal.
Yeah, super physical in the paint, but manages to just add that little bit of extra pizzazz that the Bombers need on offense.
And Coach Free calls him steady, and also that pizzazz, as Rihanna just mentioned. Braden Burns almost with the basketball, now has it top of the key, now on the left wing. Step back 3 in front of the Bombers bench, well short, but followed his own shot, got the rebound, laid it in. Double clutch past O'Neal on the left side. Back to a 7-point tie ball game, 14-20 first half. Wendell motoring to his left side, puts on the brakes, now Penders left wing 3. That one's no good, the Bombers cold from downtown, 1 for 7. This team has not shot above 35% from 3 in their last 8 games. But an offensive foul down low. Clarkson had the basketball. Goes against Finn Cork. The senior on Penders kind of pushing him away down low on that left block. O'Neal comes out of the game. Here's Jose Padilla for the Bombers, the sophomore guard. Coming off back-to-back games, career highs, 11 points last night against St. Lawrence.
Yeah, and when the Bombers were cold from 3 last night, Jose Padilla was the spark. He was the one player that was consistently making those big shots. They need him to keep firing on offense and give him another option down the stretch. 14
minutes first half, we're tied at 7. Wendell on the left wing, he has 2 points, driving to his right side, had the pass tipped away. Got it right back in his hands on the breadbasket. Cabral left wing, dribbles the basketball at hip level, drives to his right side, lays it up, and pins it off the glass and in. It was almost pinned from Cork on the block, but Cabral a tough take.
Yeah, physicality down low. That's what you like to see from Evan Cabral.
2-point lead for the Bombers. Cabral has 5. Dalgetty on the right wing, hands off to Steve Dorigas, the sophomore. Now Braden Burns top of the key, 4th in the conference in scoring. Dorigas to his right side, Burns top of the key, 3. In and out, no good. Both sides, that cold weather affecting them. The 3-point shooting is not here. Bombers back right to left. Cabral to his left side, spins back to his right, middle of the paint. Finds Penders left wing. Steps into a dribble. Wendell right corner. Wissing right corner in that same spot. Bombers playing keep away. Now Padilla off a screen, right corner 3. Well off the mark of the left side of the rim. 1 for 8 is the number for the Bombers from the perimeter at the moment.
And 8 of the Bombers' 12 shots have been from deep. They're ice cold.
Cork with the basketball, spinning to his right side and laying it in past Penders. Cork with 4 points on his senior day. Clarkson ties it up at 9. 12:50 first half. Wissing left wing finds Wendell left corner. Wendell almost fell down. Dorigas fell down guard again, but Wendell missed the layup. The defense from Lorenzo Rappa, the freshman. He finds Burns on the other way, coast to coast. Burns lays it in with the right hand. 11-9 Clarkson, and Coach Fareed wants a foul on the other end. Padilla grabs his jersey, comes over midcourt, calling out a play. Cabral top of the key, a right screen from Penders. Resets with his pivot foot. Penders overhead pass, Wissing left wing. Wissing on the baseline going to work, posting up on Rappa. Cabral cutting, reverse layup, and lays it in. What a start for Cabral, he's got 7.
Yeah, beautiful feed too there from Wissing. Good work to know where Cabral was going to be on the floor.
12 minutes left to go in the first half. It's the 6 seed and the 3 seed with 3 games left to go in conference play. We're tied at 11. Braden Burns left wing, poked away. Alex Penders the steal. Going coast to coast is the sophomore. He missed the wide open layup. And Cork got the rebound, and Penders cannot believe it. Cabral pokes the ball out of bounds on a pass from Cork to Burns the other way, but Penders was so open, he kind of just caught himself in midair and was almost surprised.
It's like one of those 3-foot putts in golf that, man, you just know you should make it, but, man, you get a little thought in your head that says, oh, I don't know about this one, and then it just doesn't go in. That's kind of what happened to Alex Penders there. He's going to be thinking about that one at night.
And it's packed in here, too. Everybody saw that.
Yeah.
But Penders has to reset. Tommy McKiernan into the game, the freshman, playing loud minutes in back-to-back games. 9 last night on 1-3 against St. Lawrence. Dorigas with the basketball, left wing, far side on McKiernan. Step back 3. Made McKiernan look silly, but shot no good. Penders the rebound. Bombers the other way, going full speed. Padilla on the right wing with his right hand, through the legs dribble, going middle of the paint. Finds Cabral left corner. Cabral working baseline with the right hand, back to his left. Posting up on Burns. Handoff Padilla left corner, now left wing extended. Padilla, full head of steam down the lane. Swing pass, Wissing, right corner 3. It's cash. Wissing's three-point shooting has been there. He cashes in from downtown and has 5.
And they need someone to be firing from 3. If Wissing's the guy, then Wissing's the guy. They just have to find him.
14-11 Bomber lead, 11 minutes left to go, and the Bombers with a steal. Rappa lost the ball down low. McKiernan going the other way from right to left. Wissing, right wing 3. This one's off the back of the rim and the backboard. And Burns gets the rebound for Clarkson. Wissing will not hit both on back-to-back possessions. Steve Dorigas, 12 points per game with the basketball in the left wing. Been quiet so far, had that nice move of McKiernan, but he missed the 3. Clarkson at the moment, 5 for 12 from the floor. Here's Burns, right wing 3. This one's no good. 3-point shooting has just been not there. Can Dalgety change at right wing 3? Yes, he can. Dalgety from downtown on the board on his senior day, and a timeout called for Jeff Gorski and Clarkson. We're knotted up at 14 with 10:30 left to go in this first half.
And sometimes on senior day, the energy is a good thing, right? But you have to know, okay, when the adrenaline's pumping, we want to make sure we still have control of that adrenaline and use it to our advantage as opposed to letting it weigh you down and put pressure on you.
What has been a fast start here inside Alumni Gymnasium, and a guy that knows that well is Devin Jarvis. Courtside with us. Dev, what do you got?
It's a big senior day and a filled gym here in Potsdam, New York. If you can't hear on Cam and Ray's side of the broadcast, this gym is completely full, and the energy all with Clarkson. A big senior day, and 2 specific seniors having a big impact so far. Finn Cork and Dalgety really making an impact for this Clarkson team. Both big players, one of the tallest players on the floor. Cork inside, Dalgety outside. A battle to watch is Lasith and Cork underneath. Lasith got checked out about 5 minutes in, but he was handling Cork. Something to watch, Cam and Ray.
Well, at the moment, Lasith not in this basketball game. The Bombers bring out a lot of their reserves. Wendell, Holmes, and McKiernan into the game. Here's Penders, a left corner 3. He hits. And the counterpart to Lasith spreads the floor. Penders from downtown.
Maybe that, revenge shot from that gimme layup.
Yeah, Penders got it back. No smiles in his face. He's locked and ready to go. A 17-14 Bombers lead. 10 remaining in this first half. Left wing, it's Sinan. Left corner, it's Burns. Down low, left block, it's Cork. Swings to his right side, but a foul on the floor. Cork was held heavily from what looked like Penders. Inbound under the hoop. First foul against the Bombers. Clarkson has 3 here to start. 7 for 18 is the Bombers from the floor. Clarkson 6 for 14. Sinan right side of the basket, gets it in. Top of the key, Dorigas, a deep 3 from almost half court. Left rim, backboard, no good. Padilla the rebound, Bombers from right to left. Penders had that 3. Here's Holmes on the left wing. Pump fakes the 3. Straight to his right side, had a step, but a foul called on the floor, so both sides trade reach-in fouls in the last 15 seconds.
Yeah, this has been an intense one so far. Both teams moving a million miles an hour. And the Bombers team, they can play fast, but knowing when to slow it down and be patient, take a more high percentage shot.
Wendell in front of the Clarkson bench gets it in. Here's Holmes left wing off a screen. Now resets between the legs dribble. He's on the right elbow going to his right side. Pivot foot back to his left. McKiernan left wing extended. Padilla left corner. Working baseline on Sinan. Bounce pass Holmes right corner. Wendell right wing. Back to Holmes. Right corner three. Left rim no good, but Wendell bats the rebound. McKiernan back to Wendell. Left wing three. This one short off the right side of the rim. Holmes the rebound. And he stepped out of bounds. It's Clarkson basketball. Ithaca 2 for 12. Or excuse me, now 3 for 13 from deep. Open threes there. Coach Freed does not mind those shots, and he hopes the high volume can be there, and that will turn into 33% shooting. He likes that more than 50% from the field. He plays the math game.
Yeah, you know, you got to like the math game, but when there's no paint penetration and you're not getting anything from point-blank range, you got to wonder, okay, how heavily do we rely on this three ball?
Jeff Dorr with the basketball. He's just checking in, the freshman. Hands off to Finn Cork, top of the key, guarded by Penders. Mateo Sinan, the senior, top of the key three. You bet. Sinan from downtown with his Ithaca brother in attendance. 17-17, 9 minutes left to go first half. Here are the Bombers. Penders wants to answer. Top of the key three. He does. Penders 2 threes. The layup is forgotten about.
And Penders, the sharp shooter, the big post. He can spread the floor so well and can take those long shots.
Penders from downtown shooting the three well. He has 6 points. Has attempted 25 threes in his last 4 games. Sinan right elbow. Finds Tyson Maxim, the back up point guard. He wants a pass down low that's clogged and tipped from Penders. Bombers have it with Jalen O'Neal. To his left side, O'Neal, ball at his hip. Resets to Holmes straight away. Holmes through the legs dribble, O'Neal left corner. And the Bombers slow everything down with a 3-point lead. 8:20 in this first half. Penders on the right elbow. Overhead pass, Wendell. A right jab step, hesitates straight away. Holmes, left wing, wants down low Penders on the left block. Penders, a pump fake, a reverse layup, and Penders making it look easy now on both sides of the floor.
We saw that play a couple of times last night against the Saints. Feeding Alex Penders at the post is good. He knows when to be patient and can get those high percentage shots.
Tyson Maxim with the basketball. The sophomore just 6.9 minutes per game. They go down low and door. The freshman spins, can't score. Second chance, lays it up, lays it in. And on senior day, the freshman involved.
Bombers losing the rebound battle 9-13 right now.
That's a big factor. And last time out between these two teams, Bombers won it by 1. Here's McKiernan, right corner three. The freshman hits. The first year is trading punches.
And you got to get some confidence, and it's coming right now from the sophomore in Penders and the freshman in McKiernan. How about it?
McKiernan back-to-back nights with a made three. 25-19 Bombers. 7:25 left to go in this first half. Dorr with the basketball, drives right. Sinan had it on the right corner. It tipped off of Sinan's hand. He can't believe it. He thinks the Bombers tipped it, but the Bombers will take possession and head to their bench. Chris Lasith back in, Evan Cabral in, and Penders and McKiernan check out with such valuable minutes for the two of them.
Yeah, really good work from them. They earned their time taking a little short rest on the bench, and now someone else has to get to work. Who else can start firing?
It's been 5 games in 9 days for the Bombers. They are fatigued. They played on Tuesday night, and this is their longest road trip of the season. Wendell with the basketball, right wing, finds Lasith. He falls down at the free throw line, and it's a traveling violation. Lasith he thought he was hacked. No call there. Clarkson gets it right back.
Yeah, just kind of lowered the shoulder and met a brick wall, fell over. And what are you going to do there? That's not a foul, that's a travel.
Last time Lasith faced off against Finn Cork, just 2 points. Cork got the best of him and said, welcome to the conference, senior on freshman. Tyson Maxim over midcourt, left to right are the Golden Knights. Burns on the left wing, the team's leading scorer all season. Finds Cork, left elbow, a hop step down the lane and lays it in with the right hand. 25-21, Bombers still with the lead. 6:50 in this first half. O'Neal to Cabral. Cabral at a full head of steam, had to slow down. O'Neal left wing, now Cabral taps his ear. Finds Lasith right elbow on the inlet pass. Lasith ball at his hip. Holmes off his screen, drives to his left side. Behind the back pass, intercepted from Sinan. It's his second steal on senior day. Sinan through the legs dribble. Looking dirty, doing Skylar Sinan work. Dorr with the basketball on the right wing. Cork going down low on Holmes. It's a mismatch. Cork was fouled. Holmes picks it up. And 2 shots coming up here for the senior and Finn Cork.
If anything, it looked like Cork kind of just pushed Aiden Holmes over with his momentum, but nonetheless, a mismatch in size down low in the paint, and Cork draws the foul. A really good job.
As Raina mentioned, rebound department, Clarkson 14, Ithaca 9, crashing the boards, and Cork's a big reason for that. His first free throw is good. Cork 69% from the line. He's also third in assists, first in rebounds, 6'7", 230. Do an NBA comparison, it's kind of like a Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, you could say that. He definitely plays that center position, and, he's hard to miss out on the floor. 6'7", 230. The only concern would really be, that conditioning aspect of it. He did have to come off the floor a little bit earlier, and he looked pretty gassed.
He missed his second free throw. 25-22, a Bombers lead. 6:19 left to go in this first half from Potsdam. O'Neal on the left wing. Fakes to Cabral. Now O'Neal back with the basketball on the right wing. Lasith, top of the key to lefty for three. High arcing. It's an air ball. Cabral saved it. Ball in play into the hands of Clarkson. Lasith just short-arming it and well short. Lorenzo Rappa, the freshman, over the timeline. Rappa finds Dorr on the left wing. Dorr overhead pass. It's Maxim top of the key. Cork on the right wing extended. Back to Maxim. Fires a three. This one's long off the left side of the rim. Batted in the air. Who has the rebound? It's Clarkson and Maxim. Maxim drives left. And Clarkson resets, 16 on the 30. Rodriguez with the basketball, wants to go to his right side. High pass down low, Cork. Posting up on Lace at the right block. Cork, a hook shot, can't bank it in. Lace at the defense. Cabral right to left the other way. Straight to his right side. Great pass, Lace, but he lost the basketball. Would have been an open two. Clarkson has some numbers, a 5-on-4. Maxim now slows it up, finds Rodriguez on the left wing. Back to Maxim. Inlet pass down low to Cork. Tipped out of bounds on Lasith. Both sides wanting some fouls, not going to get it. And some substitutions. Lasith out, Penders back in, and Dalgety into the game. Cork still in. You wonder, does Penders maybe have a better go-to right now with his offensive ability than Lasith?
I think really what it comes down to, Cam, and they had problems with this last night, is Lasith knowing the plays that are drawn up and being aware of the basketball on the floor. They're having problems with that right now.
Being an underclassman, a big factor. 25-22 Bombers, 5:10 left to go. Clarkson with it, 14 on the 30. Maximum top of the key, Bombers in a zone. Dalgety, free throw line J, it's no good. Wendell the rebound. Bombers mix that up from zone to man, they're now in a zone. They have it on offense. O'Neal on the right wing, drives to his left. Wendell, left wing three. That one is in and out. Bunch of rim, bunch of backboard. Wendell cannot get the bounce. Rodriguez over midcourt. Clarkson 9 for 21 from the field. Just 3 threes on 12 attempts. Rodriguez through the leg dribble, making it look pretty down the lane. Fade away floater from 8 feet out. Penders got the rebound with his right hand. Both teams have gone cold. Both sides have been scoreless for at least the last minute 30. For Clarkson, it's been the last 2:50. O'Neal to his left side. He's fouled from Rappa. Clarkson picks up their 15th foul. Bombers will inbound. You can feel the intensity, though. Defense travels, and it especially plays a factor in February.
Yeah, and both of these teams right now, it feels like they're just wheeling up and down the court and playing with such high intensity. And, we call the women's game before this, they play really high intensity, but then you transition to the men's and you're like, oh man, they're moving so fast.
Intensity on intensity, a long afternoon for this doubleheader. Bombers inbound, Cabral left wing, O'Neal going to his left side, holds the basketball at his hip, had it stripped away, jump ball called, possession arrow to Clarkson. Coach Fareed just begging for a foul, bending down. Now his hands are rubbing his head. He actually got a haircut on Friday. Told us about that, but Coach Fareed not happy at all.
Yeah, he's a frequenter of the local barber shop. He likes to keep it short.
Every week, he says he goes. Rappa over midcourt, behind the back dribble, guarded by Jalen O'Neal. 4:10 left to go first half, 25-22 a Bombers lead. Maxim goes to Rappa. Rappa lost the basketball on the floor in the Bombers attacking zone. Wissink picks it up, jump ball, possession arrow to the Bombers. And that is what Cole Wissink does so well for Ithaca. And Coach Fareed said they missed his absence, not just on the stat sheet, loose balls like that.
Yeah, I mean, he's pesky on defense. We saw last night against St. Lawrence, too. He was the defensive substitution for the players out on the floor. And not only can he play good defense, but he can shoot the ball well, too. So he's an asset on both sides.
Shooting 37% from three is Wissink.
Well-rounded is the word I would use.
Very well-rounded. Wendell gets it in, has it in the left corner. Wendell was hacked. Reach and foul from Maxim. Team 6th in Clarkson. One more, and they'll be in the bonus. Bombers will have 1-and-1 chances. Jeff Gorski in his 11th season, he cannot believe it. He talked a lot about this time of year. He knows that this Clarkson group has what it takes. They're playing their best basketball. Just a heartbreaking loss last night against Union. They're the number 6 seed, the last seed at the moment. Wendell gets it in, drives to his right side, up and no good, but a late whistle and a foul called. Wendell, a fading take, drew it well. He'll have 2 shots coming up.
You know, and that's a brave whistle from the referees in the home gymnasium on senior day. You blow it late. I think it's the right call, but regardless, man, that's a hard one to make there with all these fans in attendance.
Crowd did not like it. Wendell has 2 shots coming up. Ithaca shot extremely poor from the free throw line in last night's game against St. Lawrence. Wendell bends the knees. First free throw is in. That was the biggest factor. The Bombers shooting under 60% from the line. That's also a huge reason why they lost to St. Lawrence by 7 points.
They had opportunities to convert from the charity stripe, and they did not do so. When they were just giving them gifts to go to the stripe, you got to convert.
Wendell's second one is in. He's got 4 points. It's a 27-22 Bombers lead. 3:53 left to go in this first half from Alumni Gymnasium. Alongside Randy DeCrow, Cam Manning with you, Devin Jarvis courtside, having you covered for all 4 games this weekend on Bomber Sports. Lorenzo Rappa over the timeline at the Clarkson logo. Guarded by Jalen O'Neal, going to his right side, dribble handoff to Regis. Now Burns straight away, finds Maxim. Maxim 2 fakes on the pass. Rappa top of the key, left jab step, going to his left side, pushed off on O'Neal. Was it a foul against Rappa? No, it goes against O'Neal on the reach. Bombers' 3rd foul, and Clarkson inbounds. 3:34 in this half. Both teams have not shot extremely well from the floor. 40% for the Bombers, 39% for Clarkson. Neither of them have shot well from downtown, under a 30% clip. Rappa slaps the basketball with his left hand under the hoop on the left side. Just gets it in at midcourt, and Cabral snatches it away. Coast to coast is Cabral. He slammed it home. And the Bombers with a 29-22 lead, and Cabral looking like a quarterback on the football field. Rappa back over the court, guarded heavily from O'Neal. Rodriguez straight away finds Burns. Burns, the sophomore, standout player of the year. Step back 3. Looks like he was fouled. No foul called. Going the other way. Burns got hacked definitely from Penders. Holmes to his left side finds O'Neal. Now Cabral, left corner 3. This one's off the left side of the rim. Couldn't get the fortunate bounce.
This game incredibly physical so far. The referees certainly letting these guys play.
Yeah, Burns looked like his feet were lost from the Penders right in front of him. Burns drives to his left side over a Holmes, lays it in, going from his right to his left hand. 29-24, Clarkson crawling back, 2:40. Cabral at the free throw line, finds Penders trailing, top of the key 3, booyah! Penders from deep, it's his 3rd 3 of the afternoon, and he's got 11 points. Penders off the bench making an impact, and it ties up a season high of 11 points for Penders. We're in this first half. Rodriguez with the basketball, 32-24 Bombers. Dalgetti, the lefty senior, drives to his left side, lost the basketball. Penders the defense. Bombers slow things up. Cabral over midcourt, crossover to his left side, down the lane, finds O'Neal, up and good, count it. And one more coming up for Jalen O'Neal, the highlight reel.
And when these players have played together now for however many weeks, you start to figure out where each other are going to be on the floor. And Cabral and O'Neal, they continue to connect, that sophomore connection. It works.
Penders the steal on the other end. Cabral so good towards the basket. It's his 2nd assist. And O'Neal a chance here to convert on an and 1. The Bombers with a strong push right now on a 5-0 run in the last 50 seconds. O'Neal 2 dribbles to make it an 11-point lead. He cashes in. 2:09 left to go. Padilla into the game, takes O'Neal out. And the Bombers don't look fatigued at the moment, playing with a lot of energy.
Yeah, and considering they had a midweek matchup on Tuesday, we heard Eka Balseda say to us at the end of the women's game, man, my body just feels like crap. These guys are playing with so much intensity. It doesn't look like they even had to play a game yesterday.
But Zoraida didn't show it. She played a very phenomenal game with right around 15 points. Clarkson with the basketball, minute 50 left to go. Cork go to the top of the key, and Mateo signing. Overhead pass, Cork on the left elbow. Cork spins to his left side, a double clutch. He's fouled. In and out, no good. Almost had the and 1. Hit every side of the rim. 2 shots coming up for Cork.
Just felt like the energy from the crowd was trying to pull that ball into the basket.
That one was just looked like it was 90% into the bucket and rolled out the last second. Cork back to the free throw line. It's his 2nd trip to the stripe. 11-point lead for the Bombers. Minute 47 left to go. Cork makes the first. Bombers have won their last 6 against Clarkson. And in 5 of those last 6, they've scored 90+. The last meeting, it was a 3-point win for the Bombers, 66-63, back in January from the South Hill. Cork misses the second, Wisink the rebound. 10-point game now. Minute 44, Clarkson on senior day, fighting for that number 6 spot and the final playoff spot in the Liberty League. Bombers at number 3. Padilla dribbles with his right hand at the logo, finds Cabral, his sophomore counterpart. Wendell left elbow, has the ball at chest level, now at his chin, back to his hip. Wendell now resets, dribbling at the logo with his right hand. 6 on the time ticker. Wendell to his right side, had the ball stripped away, stays here with the Bombers with 3 on the shot clock.
Really, really good job by Ben Rappa to just follow Wendell all the way. He wanted to burn right by him, and Rappa said, I'm going to play the angle just correctly, and he does it well.
3 on the shot clock. Bombers get it in. Padilla, right wing 3. He's fouled. How about a 4-point chance coming up for Jose Padilla?
A lot of confidence building from Jose Padilla from beyond the arc, and he does it just there, and he draws the foul. He's physical, he's fast, and a really great job by the Bombers under pressure of the shot clock to get that one off.
It's now a 7-1 run for the Bombers in the last 2 minutes. Now up to 35% from deep. And Jose Padilla has been on a tear now his last 3 games. Looking to convert here on the 4-point play. Padilla does. So Padilla back-to-back games with career highs. Penders with a career high of 11, or season high with 11 right now. And it's only about to be the halftime break. Minute 10 on the clock, 39-25 Bombers. Signing over the logo, Cabral poked it away. Cabral to his left side, lays it up. He was short on the trailing defense from Burns. Clarkson has numbers on a 5-on-4. Cabral trails, poked it away. Now Wendell has it back for the Bombers from right to left. Cabral in the right corner. Wendell resets top of the key. Wendell calls out a play. Both sides trading turnovers. 12 for Clarkson, 6 for the Bombers. Wendell to his right, foul called on Dalgetty. And Wendell with free throws coming up. Both sides are moving 100,000 miles per hour and forgot about the trailing defense behind them.
Yeah, just a couple of turnovers and pokes back and forth. Clarkson already with 13. They're going to need to clean that up if they want any chance of coming back here in this second half.
Clarkson that 1-point loss last night at home against Union. Wendell first free throw is good. 40-25. The Bombers at halftime last night just 29 points against St. Lawrence, but that's the top defense in the conference. Clarkson no slouch on the defensive side. They're top 4. They've played some very strong defense of late, highlighted by last weekend holding Hobart to 49 points. Wendell bends the knees. His second free throw is in. Bombers shooting well from the free throw line. Now 6 for 6. Big difference from last night. 41-25 Ithaca. 42 seconds now in this first half. Mateo signing with the basketball, picks up the dribble. Cork at the top of the key. Dribbles with the right hand. Fakes the handoff to Dalgetty. Almost lost his footing. Dalgetty right corner. Step back Jay. It's a deep 2. It's off. Wendell corrals the rebound and cleans it up. Shot clock dark. 24 seconds. Bombers can hold for 1. Wendell with 6 points. 1 for 6 from the floor, but 4 for 4 at the line. Guarded heavily from Ben Rappa, the twin of Lorenzo Rappa at midcourt. Now 10 for Wendell. He loves this with shot clock winding down. Coach Freed says lay off to the Bombers. Padilla gives him a screen. Wendell with 3. Now it's Sue to his right side. Kicks to Padilla. Now Wissing. Right corner 3 at the buzzer. Yes! Wissing from downtown. Silence the crowd here at the half. It's a 44-25 Bombers lead, and what a finish to the first half here from Potsdam.
And we've been watching this team all season long, Cam. This is the most intense basketball I've seen the Bombers play since all the way back against Utica weeks and weeks ago before the winter break.
Man, what a half there for the Bombers, and that game was very similar. Loud environment, the Bombers doing some damage on the road, and it's been a fight here for the Bombers, crawling themselves out of a hole early, and Devin Jarvis has Coach Freed here courtside with your halftime interview. Jarvis, take it away.
Coach, great bench performance to start this one. You have a huge lead right now. How impactful have they been for this lead?
Phenomenal. Their energy's been super high. They're making great plays on defense, and we're making some shots which, we could use right now.
10 steals so far. How has it been so easy for you guys to disrupt this Clarkson offense?
I wouldn't say it was easy, but we are playing with a higher level of intensity on the defensive end, and it's nice to see.
And then this atmosphere, really a lot coming from Clarkson fans tonight. How do you feel like you guys are handling this big crowd?
I think we're ready to play in front of any kind of atmosphere, and we're showing that. And I think our guys might take a little bit of pride at trying to silence this, but we got a lot of game left.
Coach, thank you very much.
You got it.
Well, thank you so much, Devin. Halftime break, Coach Freed says that you can't let your feet off the gas pedal at the moment for the Bombers. A 44-25 lead at the halftime break. We'll be back in about 12 minutes from Alumni Gymnasium. Ithaca with a lead in such a big clash here in conference play. A 19-point lead for the Bombers here at the halftime break from Alumni Gymnasium in Potsdam, New York. It's Ithaca and it's Clarkson, a major clash for a top 6 seed in conference play. Once again, thanks so much for staying with us and staying to be out of the snow wherever you're listening. Alongside Rihanna DeCrow, Cam Manning with you, and Devin Jarvis courtside. We've talked a lot about this Bomber basketball team. When will they play their best basketball? Are they playing it right now? And with that, Devin Jarvis has more.
Cam, Ray, a great start for the Bombers as they lead 44-25, and a lot of that has to do with their pace. They've been executing offensively and defensively at a very high pace and a very high level. In our meetings with Coach Fareed this week, he emphasized how he feels his team hasn't reached their best level of play yet. They played a very solid 20 minutes so far, but those 40 minutes of all 100% effort have not come often this season. This could be the game to do it, and Coach Fareed emphasizing in his team in the huddle just before we set out on the floor here that they should take it one play at a time, only focusing on what's ahead. Back to you guys.
Yeah, they have not played their full 60 minutes of basketball just yet this season. There's been spurts, but this would be that game to see the full 60, and it would come at a great time with 2 games remaining once this one concludes.
Yeah, and considering this Bomber team last year was in a really good spot to have a playoff spot, and they went 2 for 5 in the month of February last year, this would be a game to propel them for the rest of the season and potentially get off to a really strong playoff position.
A 19-point lead at the halftime break. Clarkson first, a new 20 on the game clock here for their senior day. Fincourt, the senior, top of the key. Steve Dorigas, left wing extended. Inlet pass, Cork, stolen away from Laceth and Cabral. The Bombers have now forced their 11th turnover. Their season high is 15. It came on Tuesday. O'Neal, top of the key, calling out plays with his right hand. Dribble handoff, Wendell at the logo, finds Cabral. The Bombers shot 46% from the field in that first half. Aiden Holmes, left corner 3. Right side of the rim, off the mark. Braden Burns with the rebound. He's been quiet, team leading scorer, just 6 points in that first half. Dorigas, a left jab step here on the near side left wing. Pivots with the right foot, finds Cork, left-handed dribble. Now a swing pass to the far right side, Dorigas for 3. He cannot hit, and Holmes grabs the rebound. Both teams start cold in the first minute on just 1 shot each. Holmes fakes the handoff, finds O'Neal. The Bombers looking to stay as a top 3 seed in conference play. Evan Cabral on the left wing, top of the key O'Neal. Holds it with his left hand, back to his right, on the free throw line. Swing pass, Holmes right corner with 10 on the shot clock. Holmes, cross-court pass, poked away and stolen. Dorigas with the basketball going to his right side. Motoring past Wendell, lost the basketball, threw it back to the Bombers. It's another steal for Ithaca. O'Neal to his left, finds Cabral, left wing 3. This one's long. Dorigas with the board. Fast start for both sides, but not converting from the field. Bombers, those 15 steals. What a defensive afternoon it's been on the road. Lorenzo Rappa straight away. Motors to his left side. Dalgetty in the left corner. He drives the floater over Cabral. Banks it in.
Yeah, getting those bigs going, Dalgetty and Cork, they got to start producing if this Clarkson team wants to get back on top.
2 minutes in, second half, 44-27, a Bombers lead. Holmes, right wing 3. You bets. Holmes from downtown, he answers for the Bombers. It's his first points here this afternoon.
And a 20-point lead for the Bombers. Coach Fareed spoke about defensive intensity. We'll see if it keeps up.
Wrap over the timeline for Clarkson. Their offense, 38% in that first half, but 23% from 3. Braden Burns straight away with the 2 leg sleeves. Finds Dalgetty, the lefty, in the right corner. Hands off in the right corner, Burns. Back to Cork. Cork right block. Misses the first shot. And second chance points. Lays it in over O'Neal. That's a mismatch. O'Neal grabs his jersey with his right hand. The sophomore, what a phenomenal stretch it's been. Just 3 points so far in this one, but has 6 straight with double digits. Goes to his left side quickly, has the ball stripped away, takes it right back. Ball in front of the bench, and O'Neal stepped out of bounds. It's going to be Clarkson basketball, the Bombers' 8th turnover, but Clarkson so far, they've committed 15 of those.
Yeah, I mean, Clarkson has just had a hard time. Ithaca has been swarming on defense and been able to read their plays super well, has just been able to get those pokes when they need them most.
47-29, a Bombers lead. 17-10 left to go in this ball game. Dorigas in the right wing, Dalgetty top of the key. Dalgetty's got 5 points, finds Rappa left wing. Down low, Cork on the left block, top of the key his brother, and that's Ben Rappa. Ben Rappa hands it off back to Cork down low, middle of the paint down Broadway. Missed the hook shot with the right hand. Laceth with the rebound, doing a lot better defensively to begin in this second half. Wendell handoff to Holmes. Lasith straight away. Overhead pass now finds Cabral. Cabral back to Lasith. Lasith down low. He's fouled hard from Lorenzo Rappa. And 2 shots coming up for the freshman in Lasith, who did not have his best first half, but looking to turn it on here in the final 20 minutes.
And Coach Farid has spoke about confidence with Lasith and how they really want to work on, building his shot, building his confidence. Well, what's a way to do that in game? Get to the free throw line. If they can feed Lasith like they just did, really good play draw up. He gets to the line. He gets to see a couple baskets drop.
First free throw for Lasith goes down. One more at the line for the freshman. 4 rebounds, had 6 rebounds last night against St. Lawrence. Second shot is good. 49-29, a Bombers lead. 16:40 left to go. And that 3 and 2 seed up for grabs. We'll get you score updates as this game goes on. But Holmes at midcourt, worried about this. Pokes it away from Rappa. And then Holmes is fouled. The second foul against Clarkson. And the Bombers pick up their 13th steal. Very close to that season high mark as a team.
And frustration from the Golden Knights. You can just see it. It's like, man, we just cannot hang on to the ball. You got to take care of the basketball.
4 different players with multi-steals here this afternoon. Wendell with 2, Cabral with 3, O'Neal with 2, and Lasith with 2 steals. Lasith has the basketball straight away on the inbound. Hands off to Cabral. Cabral through the legs dribble. A left screen from Lasith. Bounce pass down low. Pick and roll to perfection. Lasith lays it in. 51-29 Bombers. About 4 minutes into this second half, Bombers at a 19-point lead at the halftime break. Dorigas left wing, pass down low, intercepted from Cabral, and Cabral was grabbed around the neck from Cork. He was fouled. Yet another steal from the Bombers, and they are getting everything they want defensively.
Explosive. They're being incredibly explosive and almost looking like safeties, driving into lanes, intercepting passes. They've just done it by being incredibly intense and explosive. Casey
Montesano, the sophomore, coming into the game for the first time. Bombers 51, Clarkson 29. The Golden Knights won for their last 5 from the field. The Bombers on a 22-5 run. Wendell with the basketball on the right wing. Finds Lasith, cut into the basket to his left side, banks it in, flexes the muscles. That's tough for number 30.
Building confidence. What did we say?
There's the confidence for the freshman. We've seen spurts. The Bombers want a consistent 60, and Lasith wants the same. Cabral with the steal at midcourt, but dropped it out of bounds, almost at a coast-to-coast layup. And Coach Farid, a smile on his face, handshaking Cabral, very different from the two of them last night. There wasn't a lot of smiling last night in St. Lawrence, now a complete shift.
I think Cabral kind of made the joke, like, Coach Farid, why'd you take it away from me? Because it just went right into his bread basket over there on the sideline. And he kind of looked back at him, he said, me? I took it away.
They're truly having fun right now. You don't see this completely often. They're loosening up right now against the Golden Knights. 53-29, 15:40 left to go. Still a lot of time. Montesano just checking in. He's at the top of the key. Fires a 3. Well off the mark. Right side of the backboard. Cabral cleans up the backboard on the rebound. Almost lost it. Hands off to O'Neal. O'Neal full court pass to Wendell. Pump fakes the right corner 3. Resets. Cabral top of the key. 3. That one's short off the right side of the rim and rolls out of bounds. But Cabral defensively, 4 steals, 4 assists, and 9 points. You look at Cabral in the steals department, what he's brought to the table, it's pretty nuts to see. He came into this weekend averaging 4 steals per game over his last 5. That's unheard of.
Well, and it's because he is so explosive. He's that big physical presence, but he also is fast.
Here's sign-in for Clarkson, coast to coast, lays it in with the right hand. Silences a 6-0 run for the Bombers. Cabral the other way, bounces the ball off the foot of Ben Rappa. Clarkson steals it away. Bombers sprinting back on defense. Mateo sign-in from right to left. Hesitates with the left hand, fakes the step back J. Montesano top of the key, finds sign-in on the right wing. Sign-in fires a 3 in Cabral's grill. Shot is off the mark, but Montesano the rebound. Finds sign-in left elbow. Dalgetti cunning, fake pass to his left, and lays it in the left side. Clarkson not going away on their senior day. It's a 20-point game, 14:30 left to go in this second half. O'Neal at the logo. Crowd cheering defense here for Clarkson. Lace the dribble handoff. Finds Wendell. Wendell almost lost the basketball. He's back in midcourt, 10 on the 30. Wendell, left screen from Lasith. He goes to his right. Wendell, middle of the paint. Fade away from 9 feet out. Back rim, front rim. Lasith the rebound. Cleans it up. Timeout call. The Bombers want to take one. And Chris Lasith with 8 points and now 5 rebounds. He has completely flipped his afternoon upside down.
And not only that, but winning the rebound battle over Finn Cork, the senior, it's supposed to be his day. And, you know, Lasith winning that battle right there.
The Bombers went on a 22-5 run, then a 6-0 run fully. Clarkson with some silence to come the other way, but then Lasith and the Bombers calling a timeout after their two-pointer. It's a 55-33 lead, 14-13 left to go. We'll head back down courtside to Devin Jarvis.
The battle of bigs is one you can follow, and whoever's winning that usually can win the game. We've seen Finn Cork all season long be one of the best big players in the entire Liberty League. Tonight he's going against Alex Penders and Chris Lasith, and so far this half, Chris Lasith has been doing a great job offensively and defensively. Finn Cork is visibly tired across the court, and Chris Lasith is finding his confidence back. Coach Fareed told us multiple times in our meetings that he just needs to have the confidence and trust in his own shot to make those shots, and he does. He's got 8 points this half.
When we talked to Jeff Gorski this week, that last matchup, Cork got the better of Lasith, but Gorski said it won't be that easy once again. Here's Clarkson with it from right to left, out of the timeout, 14 minutes left to go. Simon, top of the key, crossover back to his right side, down the lane to his right on Holmes, overhead pass, and just chucked out of bounds way too hard. One in Montesano. It's a Clarkson turnover, their 18th. But to that point, Lasith just 2 points in the last meeting against Cork, and that battle is fully shifted. Cork on the bench seems exhausted.
Yeah, and you know, Lasith and Penders may be undersized at the post position, but what they do is play really fast and physical. When you're big like Finn Cork, you just rely on towering over people. They're going to play you fast, though. That's what you got to battle against.
Bombers with it on a 55-33 lead. Wendell left wing extended, dribbles with the right hand. Wissing straight away, swing pass Holmes right corner, back to Wissing. The one baseline is Wissing with the right hand, lowering the shoulder. Picks up the dribble. Cross-court pass, Penders left corner. Wendell left wing with 8. Wendell down the lane, picks up the dribble, finds Holmes in the left corner. Holmes with 4. Holmes throws up a shot, had it poked away, ball on the floor, and Clarkson picks it up with Montesano over the logo. They have a 3-on-1. Burns to the rack, and he was fouled. 2 shots coming up. It wasn't in favor on a 3-on-1 for Clarkson. It was 3 Bombers defenders and just Burns. But he'll have 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, I think they're doing a good job getting back on defense. There are a couple scrambles on the floor. It felt like Clarkson was fighting for the ball within their own team. But then all the Bombers were able to get back on defense regardless of the foul.
Burns' first free throw, it's in. Just 7 points for Burns. He's 0 for 4 from downtown. This stretch has been phenomenal for him. Back-to-back 20-plus games for Burns at 25 last night and 10 rebounds against Union. His second free throw is no good. Wendell grabs the rebound. 13-13 left to go in this game. It's a 55-34 Ithaca lead over Clarkson here on this Saturday afternoon. Penders at the top of the key. Handoff to Wendell straight away. Wendell hesitates with the left. Back to Penders, who has 11. He's tied a season high. Finds Wissink down low. Lays it in as Cole Wissink. And Penders with eyes in the back of his head.
And how about Cole Wissink, 6'2", playing that forward position, kind of.
Wissink also having a very good afternoon. He's got 10 points. Here's Ben Rappa, right wing 3 from the pass from his brother Lorenzo Rappa. Shot no good. Padilla with the rebound. Clarkson now 1 for their last 8 from the floor. Penders straight away. Here's Wendell. Wanted Penders on the cut. Goes back to Penders' right corner. Here's Padilla. Padilla on the right wing, a right-handed dribble. Finds Wendell. Wide open, right corner 3. Backboard in. Got some help. Bank's still open here on a Saturday.
And that one almost felt lackluster because it just took a couple extra seconds to go in, but nonetheless, the bench still loves it.
60-34 Bombers. Mateo signing for Clarkson, looking to stop this bleeding. Dalgetti, left corner 3 on the near side. Nothing but net for Dalgetti. He's answering here on senior day. Dalgetti now has 10, his second made 3. The Bombers in 5 of their last 6 meetings against Clarkson, though, they have scored 90 or more. They have 60 at the moment. Pass down low. Penders cannot make the layup. Got his own rebound, though. Ball at his chest, and he's fouled on the reach. Goes against Ben Rappa, it looks like. It's going to be Clarkson's 4th foul. But Penders just a point away from a new season high. Cole Wissink getting up there for a season high as well. The bench for the Bombers has been so much better over the last 3 games. That's big to see here down the stretch.
Yeah, especially when you think about the playoffs looming just in the near future. You have to have someone, in fact, you have to have multiple options in those games that can produce for you. And the Bombers may be starting to find some confidence on all sides of their team.
Wendell, left side of the hoop, gets it into Padilla. They reset out the logo. And a whistle blown, and the referee fell down right by the Bomber bench for a quick second. Not sure if he tripped or maybe a little bit lightheaded was the referee. Everybody's going to take a quick second and stop play. Coach Fried and Jeff Gorski talking to the referee. We'll step away for a quick second, make sure everything's okay here from Alumni Gymnasium during this official timeout. Back here inside Alumni Gymnasium in Potsdam, New York, Ithaca and Clarkson. The third referee at the moment is going to step out of the court of play at the moment, lightheaded, drinking some water. He's with both trainers for Clarkson and Ithaca. At the moment, sitting on the stairs. Visual from us seems okay, so it'll be a two-refereeing crew as we come out of the official timeout. Bombers with the basketball, a 60-37 lead, 11:40 left to go here this afternoon. Wendell, top of the key, finds Wisink on the right wing. Wendell straight away, a right jab step, going to work on the freshman indoor. Wendell spins back to his right, towards his left, overhead pass Wisink, left corner three, you got it. Cole Wisink from downtown, and Wisink with 13 points has set a new career high. Mateo signing over the timeline, so Bombers on back-to-back nights, two different players, new career highs for Wisink and Padilla off the bench. Here's Parent, a left-handed flower from 5 feet out on the cut. He cannot hit. Padilla the rebounds. Bombers are 4 for the last 5 from the field, but Wendell lost the basketball at midcourt. Burns coast to coast with the jam. Slams it down, hoping to wake up this Clarkson squad.
And that one kind of felt like a statement, like, come on, let's get going with this dunk right now.
Burns has 9 points. The sophomore, the team's leading scorer on senior day. Padilla, he had the ball stolen away from Synan. Synan has it on the right wing now for Clarkson from right to left. Parent, top of the key three for the lefty, rattles in. So just like that, Clarkson on their own little run, 63-42, still down with 10:30 left to go. But it's a 5-0 run after the official timeout. And Padilla is fouled at midcourt from Synan. That slows things down, but Clarkson not going away. That timeout kind of gave them a second to kind of reset.
Yeah, and that's what you fear, right? When these unintended stoppages happen in the game, they might throw off your momentum, but Clarkson using it to their advantage right here.
Parent has hit 2 threes, 2 for 3 from downtown. Bombers inbound on the attack. Jose Padilla left block, finds Wendell left wing extended. The reset, Tommy McKiernan, the freshman straight away. Dribbles with the left hand, finds Wisink straight away. Penders down low, pass was too hard, it was poked away, it's on the floor. McKiernan and Montesano at midcourt, jump ball. Possession arrow stays with the Bombers. Both teams have committed turnovers, 18 for Clarkson, 12 for the Bombers, but Ithaca 14 steals, Clarkson with 10. The ball's been kind of all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, it's really been a lot of Ithaca being intense on defense, like Coach Fareed mentioned, and just being able to read the plays, kind of having that high IQ out on the floor, and for Clarkson, cleaning up that offense.
63-42 Bombers, 10-10 left to go. Cabral to the inbound, going to his left side, lost the basketball, chases it down, left corner three. It's an air ball with the shot clock winding down. It's a Bomber turnover, and Clarkson with possession. 5-0 run for the Golden Knights in the last minute 17. 2 double-digit scores, but they have multiple players that have played that have single digits. And 6 different players that have not scored here this afternoon. Dorr with the basketball straight away, finds Parent the lefties at 2 threes. Burns goes to his left side, double clutch on Penders, lays it in with the contact. That was tough.
And both of them met in midair regardless. Burns, he comes out on top of that one. Really good physicality down low.
Here comes Burns with 11. He has 8 here in the second half, or excuse me, 7 here in the second half. 63-44, 9:37 left to go. Penders a right wing three, he missed the shot, but Padilla followed it up and laid it in. Padilla crashing the boards. We mentioned him, back-to-back really good games. He has 6, and Coach Fareed's calling a timeout. 65-44, 9:32 left to go. We look at this Bomber box score, and it's another game where there's been a lot of contributions and not really true one star, but it's the first time we've seen Wisink and Penders, your 2 leading scorers. Cole has 13, Alex has 11.
Well, yeah, and you have to find a way to get everyone involved, right? This could be a game that generates a lot of confidence. And, you know, when your top scorers aren't hitting, you look at Logan Wendell. He's had a couple down games. He's typically their guy. He can create from anywhere. But, you know, you can't rely on him every time. If someone figures out how to lock him down, that can't be your game plan. So for Penders and for Wisink to get going, that's huge for them down the stretch because they need to have multiple weapons. It makes them harder to scout, and then they can have more success in the playoffs.
Even though Wendell might not have the strong point totals right now or Cabral, they do both have 9. You look in the other parts of the stat sheet, Wendell with 5 assists, Cabral with 4. Cabral has 4 steals. The Bombers right now with 14 steals as a team. Coach Fareed has talked about you don't always have to look at Wendell and Cabral. Yes, they're your leading scorers in their point totals. They also do so much well, and we're seeing that this afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, they're physical, they're point scorers. You have to watch out for them no matter where they are on the floor. And you know, Logan Wendell with 9 points, to say that's a down game, right? You're kind of looking at that and you're like, man, that's a down game. Man, what's an up game, you know?
Yep.
Because it's pretty impressive what he's able to do on the floor, but, you know, you can't just single one person out if you're this Clarkson defense. You got to be aware of everyone on the floor.
And still 9:38 left to go, so Wendell could have a larger point total. Out of the timeout, Clarkson with it from right to left. Montesano with the basketball, deep 2 from the right wing, missed the shot, tipped down low off of McKiernan with the rebound with Burns on the right block. Stays here with the Golden Knights. They're 4 for their last 6 now from the field. Dalgetty's 3 for his last 4. At the moment, Dalgetty not in the basketball game, the senior. 65-44 Bombers lead. Inbound top of the key 3 for Dorr. He gets it from downtown, the freshman with 5 points. 65-47, the Golden Knights on a golden run. Cabral down low, had Wisink wide open. Too hard of a pass off the shoulder of Wisink. Out of bounds, Clarkson basketball.
Yeah, this is where the intensity can catch you at a bad time, right? Because if you're moving too fast, your brain is thinking too fast for your hands. Sometimes you got to catch up.
9 minutes left to go. Here are the Golden Knights from right to left. Burns on the left wing, spins back to his left side, fell down. Cabral picks up the foul. Tough one right there. Definitely aggressive from either side. Almost looked like Burns was slipping to the floor, and Cabral gets called for the foul. It's the team's second.
Yeah, that was a scary one for Burns. It looks like he hit the floor pretty hard and almost was concerned there was an injury there, but he looks to be just fine.
Burns has turned around his afternoon, 11 points, 5 for 9 from the floor, 0 for 4 from deep. That's a big factor of his game. He can shoot the 3 ball well. Toscano to Montesano on the left wing. Now they find Dorr, left corner 3 for the freshman. Backboard rim, no good, way off the mark. O'Neal with the rebound. Bombers a 2-on-1. Laceth almost with the jam that brought down the gym, but it went off the top of the rim. They reset, they got the rebound somehow. O'Neal to McKiernan. Bombers slow everything down with 15 on the 30. Man, Laceth almost jammed this thing down. The Bombers' whole bench stood up. Laceth left elbow with 7. Handoff Cabral straight away through the legs dribble. Back to his right side. Cabral has to get it off with 2. Chucked it off the backboard. McKiernan lays it up. Off the rim, no good. Cabral tipped it out to Wisink. Bombers somehow reset on a prayer from McKiernan. What a few seconds it's been for this Bombers offense. Laceth down the lane to his right side. Misses the layup. So 3 missed shots on a 3 chance opportunity possession for the Bombers. Here's Dorr, right wing three for Clarkson. He's got it from downtown. Clarkson cuts it back to a 15-point game, the closest they have been in this second half. They were down by 19 to open things up. 7:45 left to go. O'Neal with the basketball. Finds Cabral, right wing extended. Hesitates with the left. Back to his right side. On the baseline. Cabral pivot back to his left side. McKiernan swing pass Wissing. Left corner, works baseline. McKiernan to O'Neal straight away. Nowhere to go. O'Neal flows up a shot. He was fouled on the floor. Sixth foul against Clarkson. Bombers will inbound as Holmes and Wendell come back in at a much needed time as this Clarkson defense has stepped up.
Yeah, they really have. They got to play with a new intensity, so they bring out the freshmen onto the floor, those fresh legs. They're going to play with a lot of speed and intensity, and that's what you need if you're Jeff Gorski. You got to bring in some fresh feet.
Got the freshman on the floor, a few different sophomores with a senior. Inbound to Laseth, right under the hoop. Baby hook gets the lucky bounce on the pass from Wendell. Laseth now with a strong afternoon of 10 points. The Bombers a 17-point lead with 7:10 left to go in this second half. Casey Montesano, the sophomore, finds Parent now top of the key. It's Toscano. Toscano back to Parent. Overhead pass, Burns. Left elbow jumper, wide open from 15 feet out. He got that. Can't leave him that open.
And now more efficiency coming for the Golden Knights. They're starting to build some confidence, hit some more shots.
67-52, a Bomber lead. The number 3 seed looking to stay there this afternoon. 6:50 left to go. O'Neal left wing finds Holmes in the left corner. Holmes, ball at his hip, dribbles down the lane. He was fouled going to his right side. Clarkson now with 17 fouls. Bombers in the bonus either way. And Wendell with 2 shots coming up.
Man, he's just so shifty. He gets through so many defenders and just manages to draw the foul. It's like you just can't help it.
And it almost seems like sometimes for Wendell, he moves so quick, but at a slow motion pace. He's so deceptive when he wants to get to his side. That's his right side.
Smooth as fast.
Wendell, first free throw is in. Bombers have also shot the free throw ball way better. 9 for 9 right now this afternoon. Hopefully we don't jinx Wendell right here. They were under 63% last night against St. Lawrence. A big reason why they lost that game by 7 points. Wendell's got 10 points now. Looking for number 11. Free throw shot is up. Free throw shot is in. 69-52, 6:47 left to go. Bombers bring a full court 94-foot press. Parent gets it over. Finds the point guard and Toscano, the sophomore, playing valuable minutes. Parent, the senior, pump fakes the 3. Bombers in a zone. Toscano right wing 3. It's long. Wendell jumping in for the board.
And 3 Bombers in the paint there boxing out all the Golden Knights.
That rebound totals 26 for Clarkson, now 28 for the Bombers. They lead. Wendell to his right side. Fouled. Dorr picks it up. 8th foul against Clarkson. 1-and-1s. Wendell with 3 chances. We mentioned the rebounding in the first half. Clarkson had that total in their favor. That's also been a big reason why this game has switched. Yes, the Bombers fast pace, the steals, the turnovers, but the rebounding has been a factor.
Yeah, and Clarkson with their backs against the wall right now, they really need to pick up the defensive intensity.
Wendell's first free throw is in. He'll have another one coming up with 12 points. 7 for 7 at the line is Wendell. 2 more games coming up for the Bombers next weekend. On the road in the Poughkeepsie area against Bard and Vassar. Wendell, second free throw is in. Still perfect at the line. 71-52 Bombers. Still 6:22 left to go this afternoon. Full court press for Ithaca, looking to slow the pace and not let Clarkson get into any motion. They had a 6-0 run about 3 minutes ago. Montesano finds Parent, left elbow pass, Burns, fadeaway jumper, can't bank it in, hits some rim, rebounded from Montesano, and it looks like he was fouled. Looks like it was in the act of shooting as well. He'll head to the line here for the sophomore. Clarkson now has been kind of surprised by this Bombers zone, and it's forced Burns to take some contested shots. It's caused them some trouble.
When you switch from defense to defense, it really throws you off, and you have to gauge really quickly and evaluate where those players are on the floor and adjust your game plan accordingly.
First one in for Montesano, the sophomore. Second one is no good. Laseth got the rebound, towering over down low on Dorr. 71-53, Bomber lead. Under 6 minutes. Wendell left wing for the Bombers. They're from left to right on your dial. Laseth straight away, right-handed dribble. Once the pass down low, has to reset to Holmes. Holmes at the free throw line. Now Wendell right wing. Lasith, right block, going to work, lays it up, shot no good. Second chance for Lasith, up and good, and the foul for Chris Lasith. Lasith, the grown man, down low, even though he's a freshman. He's playing like he's a senior. 12 points, he'll look to make it 13.
What's the old ism? That'll put hair on your chest?
I think so. There's a lot of them. Or grown men playing with children. Turned around his afternoon is Lasith. Struggled mightily last night. His free throw, it's short off the rim, but O'Neal got the rebound. 73-53, 5:30 left to go. Bombers still with possession, 15 on the 30. O'Neal posting up at the top of the key. Finds Cabral left wing guarded by Parent. Now Lasith straight away. Hand off Cabral. Cabral through the legs dribble. Wanted Holmes left corner. Now finds Wendell. Wendell with three. Down the lane. Wanted Lasith. Pass tipped away in the hands of Burns. Here comes Clarkson.
And the Golden Knights clogging the lane there.
Toscano with the basketball on the left wing. Door, top of the key three for the freshman. Can't hit another one. Well short. Just clipped the rim. But a rebound for the Golden Knights. They reset. Toscano, the sophomore, finds Door. Right wing, it's Parent. He fires a three. The southpaw hits on senior day. His third three from behind the arc. That's what he does best. 56 points for the Golden Knights. Cabral letting this ball roll right here courtside and now gets over to the timeline. Bombers have 14 steals. And on the offensive side, shooting 47% from the field in this second half. Wendell to O'Neal, Holmes, left corner three. This one's in and out, no good. Cabral swarms in for the rebound, tried to save it, but stepped out of bounds. It's Golden Knights basketball. As Mateo Seinen back in the basketball game. You have to feel here for the seniors for Clarkson as well what could be their last home game. Very likely could be depending on how everything in the playoffs shakes out, but if the seniors feel that, you're going to play with just some extra fire here in the final 4 minutes. The Bombers can't lay off the gas.
Yeah, definitely not, especially with the intensity that the Golden Knights have been showing from deep. Those three balls, they can cut that deficit really quickly.
Clarkson with it. Burns the sophomore. Mateo Seinen left corner three. Rattles it in. Seinen from deep. He's got 8 points. His second made three. There's that senior coming up big. 73-56. Whistle blown. Just a quick clock reset for 30 on that shot clock. 4:15 left to go. Full court press here from Montesano, the sophomore guard, going 94 feet with Jalen O'Neal, it looks like. Bombers will finally inbound, have to go the length of the floor. And Clarkson lays off. Evan Cabral looking over to Coach Freed in his fourth season, calling out plays. Been a strong run for Clarkson. Cabral to his left side, resets with the right hand, back to his left. Spinning middle of the paint, all the way to his right side, lays it up with the contact. Shot no good, but O'Neal the rebound. They reset. Wendell right-handed dribble. Bombers rebound department offensively. 10 rebounds to Clarkson's 9. Wendell to his right, banks it in. One more coming up for Logan Wendell, the senior captain, and now he has a quiet 15 points.
Yeah, you know, he's so silky with it, and you know, smooth is fast. My golf coach tells me that, right? When he's out on the floor, he just plays with this sort of slow motion, but so fast, so hard to defend. And then you look at someone like Jalen O'Neal, he's definitely more, I don't know what the word is, shifty, or he just definitely very punchy with the basketball, and they play off each other so well.
You don't want to say more exciting, but sometimes O'Neal does the more flashy, fast work, but Wendell's slow and methodical. You mentioned golfing. We were talking about some of your matches at St. Lawrence at the course down the road. Nothing about golf weather, though, this afternoon. The snow is pouring down here in central New York.
Yeah, definitely not. We'd be decked out in snow pants.
Wendell, the free throw, and it rolls in. Every side of the rim, got the bounce. Dalgetty into the game for Clarkson. 76-59. Bombers are also in the double bonus, so they'll get extra free throws here. Clarkson's committed 10 fouls. Ithaca only 3. They've played smarter basketball this afternoon. 76-59, Mateo Seinen over the logo here from Alumni Gymnasium. Guarded heavily from Jalen O'Neal. O'Neal looking to reach in. Seinen grabbed him in the back of the head. They're going to call the foul on O'Neal. Seemed like Seinen fully grabbed the back of O'Neal's head. Both sides, though, reaching for the basketball.
It just looked like he got frustrated. And Mateo Seinen, how about this? Both knees have braces on them. You got to be a little bit concerned for the health of his body right now.
Yeah, tore his ACL last season, worked back from that. Here's Parent, left wing three on the pass from Seinen. Parent's long off the right side of the rim. Wendell got the rebound with two hands. 3:25 left to go, with 76-59 lead. Wendell double teamed at the logo, finds O'Neal. Clarkson lays off. O'Neal to Holmes, right wing. Holmes a left jab step. Down the lane, down Main Street. Wendell left corner. A left jab step, posting up, working baseline, all the way to the left block. Wendell, 3 pump fakes, nowhere to go with 5. O'Neal with 3. Cabral down low on the block, spins, hook shot, can't bank it home, and signing the board. And Clarkson now slows things down over the logo. O'Neal the defense, Signing got some room to his right side, can't hit the finger roll, too long on the layup.
That would have been a pretty shot. He went right through everyone.
O'Neal looking to go pretty. Finds Cabral, cutting down the lane, lays it up. Was Cabral fouled? He was. It will be a blocking foul down low against Clarkson. And looks like Dalgetty, the senior, shaken up. He was in the brunt of Cabral's full speed down the lane, holding that right elbow.
Already has a wrap on that elbow as well, so definitely not something you want to see, especially late in the game, late in the season like this for the senior.
Could be the final game at home for Dalgetty in such a phenomenal college career. Almost 32 minutes per game for the senior. Cabral makes the first free throw. One more coming up. 77 for the Bombers. Seniors back in the game here for Clarkson. Probably going to honor them, have them come in, come back out. Sean Enolama, the senior, made his first start here on Senior Day. Parents in, Signing, Dalgetty, and Cork. So all 5 seniors into the game for Clarkson in the final 2:40.
I haven't seen Cork a whole lot here in the second half.
Cork's been tired in that foul trouble as well. Second free throw in for Cabral, 78-59. Clarkson from right to left. They have swept St. Lawrence this season. That's the 7 seed. Clarkson's the 6, but they're in a battle for that final playoff spot. Parent with the basketball, finds Enolama. Cork on the left wing, guarded by Lasith. Finds Simon straight away. Ring on around the rosy goes Clarkson. Simon, fadeaway jumper from the elbow. That one's long off the needle. Holmes picks it up for the Bombers, looking to slow the pace. Clock's their best friend. A lot of dribble handoffs around the perimeter. Cabral, left wing 3. He fires and he connects. Cabral with 14 points, his second 3. The Bombers now have 5 different players in double digits.
Yeah, and adding insult to injury with that 3 there.
Parent left corner 3 for Clarkson. He puts it through. It's been Parent's best game of his season on Senior Day, his 4th made 3. Holmes with the basketball, resets to Cabral, minute 50 left to go. Clarkson's played a lot better here in the second half. They were down 19 at the break. The 3-point shooting's been there, shooting 42% from 3 in half 2. Cabral on the left elbow, resets all the way back to the logo. 10 on the shot clock, now with 8. Finds Holmes, right wing 3. Left rim, long rebound, Enolama for Clarkson. Almost double dribbled, Parent picks it up. Parent gonna fire a left wing 3. This one is long to the right side. O'Neal snatches the rebound. Parent has 12 points, 4 for 6 from deep. And O'Neal looks like he was not fouled. It was a timeout called for Coach Fareed. And moving substitutions, it looks like. So the Bombers are going to bring in all their reserves, and we'll give a second to here after this timeout, it looks like, for all the seniors to come out for Clarkson. Looks like just a moving substitution and a timeout. Weird thing right here, but when the score is like this down the stretch, you can do the moving substitutions.
Well, and again, you know, for Coach Fareed, I was wondering when those substitutions were going to come in, but you give your starters a chance to sort of maybe experiment with some plays for a couple seconds. If it doesn't work, all right, now it's time to bring in the reserves, get them some experience against a good Golden Knights defense and a good Golden Knights offense as well.
A lot of your freshmen into the game. Tommy McKiernan is checked in once again. Michael Porter with the basketball, the freshman. Lawrence Brady, the junior, in. Max Nierenberg, the freshman. And Yoav Regev, the sophomore. McKiernan left wing, finds Nierenberg top of the key and wants his first college points. Porter right wing, Brady straight away. McKiernan deep left wing 3. McKiernan hits his second 3 of the afternoon.
Yeah, they moved the ball around the arc super well, opened up McKiernan for that 3.
84 for the Bombers, 62 for the Golden Knights. Finn Cork in the left corner, contested 3 over Brady, missed the shot. McKiernan the board. 48 seconds left to go. You wonder if Jeff Gorski is going to let his seniors check out of this game and get a final standing ovation. Brady right wing, dribbles with the left hand, foul called. 11th foul against Clarkson. Brady one-on-one opportunities. Substitution in now will be Ben Phillips on the Clarkson side, and looks like they'll slowly bring in a lot of their underclassmen for the seniors to check out. The Bombers, though, offensively against Clarkson, once again another showing. Brady connects in the first. They're 5 off from 90, but 5 of the last 6 we mentioned, they have scored 90 points against Clarkson.
Yeah, you know, this Golden Knights defense hasn't held very tough, but this is a high-powered Ithaca offense with a lot of juice, high octane, and they played one of their best games of the season.
Here come the seniors out of the game. Mateo Seinen checks out, battled so much injury, his ACL, a hard-nosed basketball player back here for his senior season. Matthew Parent, he'll check out of the game. Had a big afternoon with 12 points. Finn Cork out, and Dalgetti out as well. The 5 seniors for Clarkson have brought this team to an 11-11 record, 7-8 in conference play. They were selected to finish 9th out of 10 teams in the conference. Right now, they're still a chance for playoff hopes. That's a big jump for this senior class to keep it alive.
And an emotional hugging ceremony going on the Clarkson bench. Man, it feels really emotional to see them check off the floor for the last time here at Alumni Gymnasium.
Grayson Wallace into the game, one of the freshmen. Ida Kosak as well. All the reserves here for the Golden Knights. Tyson Maxim finds Toscano. The two of them have been in the game for the majority of this second half. Maxim spinning to his right, back to his left. Free throw line jumper, no good. 10 on the shot clock, or 10 on the game clock. Shot clock dark, and that dribbles things out here from Alumni Gymnasium in Potsdam. So the Bombers split the weekend. They get their bounce-back game after the 7-point loss last night against St. Lawrence. 86-62 the final, and Ithaca stays alive in hopes of a first-round bye and a number 2 seed.
Yeah, they have to play super hard down this stretch if they want to host a Liberty League playoff game. And let me tell you, Ben Light Gymnasium, you know, dangling that hosting carrot in front of their faces. I mean, I wouldn't want to play away from home. That's just my preference, especially knowing what the crowd at Ben Light Gymnasium is like.
For the games that will matter for the Bombers, RPI and Vassar are tipped off at 4 p.m., 37 minutes into that game. We'll get you that score here in just a moment. Vassar the 2 seed, RPI the 1. Vassar a 32-26 lead with 37 seconds left to go in that first half. That will be a big game to watch out for. Bombers still the number 3 seed. Will they get an extra game with a Hobart loss? We shall see. But 2 games left to go, and the Bombers a chance for a top 2 seed in conference play. We'll wait on Devin Jarvis courtside with your player of the game on the Bombers' end. A dominating win here on the road, bouncing back 86-62. Waiting on the edge of our seat, and Logan Wendell will be the guy. Wendell with 16 points, and Devin Jarvis has him. Devin, take it away.
Great game today, Logan. You get the win in dominant fashion. You guys lost yesterday. What did it take to, after that performance, come back and perform like this today?
I mean, we've been pretty resilient all year following losses, and it was just kind of the same thing today. We knew coming off a tough loss, we had a chance to clinch a playoff berth, and we were able to do that. Came out, threw a couple punches early, and then just kind of was able to ride that the rest of the way.
You look toward these next 2 games, a performance like this against similar teams in Vassar and Bard down the road. How do you plan to attack them similarly?
Yeah, I mean, just playing with a ton of confidence. Like, we're trying to peak going into playoff time now, and we feel like we're starting to do that. So just playing with the same intensity and the same confidence is a big thing. So.
And the best game for you in about a couple weeks. What did it take today to find that usual Logan Wendell performance we all know?
Yeah, no doubt I've been struggling. I'm just really thankful for my coaches and my teammates. They always have my back. They always support me, even when I'm struggling. So I'm super thankful for them.
Appreciate your time. Good luck.
Thank you.
5 double-digit scores for the Bombers in the 86-62 victory. Now you wonder, will this be the game that puts them over the hump? Only time will tell. They're back in action at Bard on Friday. We'll have all the coverage once again next weekend. 4 basketball games, big for the women. Will they get a number 1 seed? They'll play Vassar on Saturday. That Vassar game for the Bombers will also be big on the men's side for a number 2 seed. But we say our goodbyes this afternoon from Potsdam, New York. The Bombers victorious 86-62. For Randa DeCrow and Devin Jarvis, a big thank you to Justin Lutz, our SID, back on the South Hill. I'm Cam Manna saying enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and thanks so much for tuning in to Bomber Sports this weekend for Ithaca College basketball.